Welcome to Off the Cuff.
Welcome.
This is Dino.
Alex the Savage.
How's your week going, mate?
How's my week going? Good, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's raining outside. We're on
Shock.
a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with a Tuesday, to be fair.
Mm.
Is it the worst day of the week? No, Monday's the worst day of the week, I think.
See, for me, I won't shock you here.
Oh, yeah, this should be good.
Sunday nights, mate.
But Sunday, the day is not the worst
Still
day
a
of the
day
week.
of the week.
Okay, so let's talk about the entire day of the week. What's the worst one?
Well, I'm so busy. Obviously, we both work full time. So Monday to Friday is just inevitable. Busy work life. Saturday, sporting commitments, family stuff. Sunday's the one day I get to recharge. Probably same for yourself. But I get to a certain part on a Sunday when the light starts going and I just start thinking about Monday.
So I have this weird mantra, which I think most people will actually agree with. Friday nights at our age are a write-off. 30-something.
Right.
Fridays are not what they used to be anymore.
No.
Regarding the weekend. Saturdays is everybody else's day.
Yeah.
For me.
Okay.
I'll go see friends. I'll do this. I'll go out.
Yeah.
Go on the session, whatever. Sunday's my day.
No, I agree.
And you don't fuck with my day.
So that's like a reset day.
Yeah, I want to do what I want to do on the Sunday, which is most often.
Lie in,
coffee in bed.
Maybe a cooked breakfast.
Maybe like a
reset
brunch,
the flat.
Couple of loads of washing.
Yeah. It's a reset day, isn't it?
Good food. Maybe log on just to get ahead of Monday.
I used to call it National Recharge Day for myself.
I like to. That's a good idea.
Because it is, though, isn't it? It's a reset, isn't it? Ready for the new working week. Yeah,
I like to smash out a bit of anime as well. You didn't think I was going to say anime then, did you? If I can, but yeah, definitely. Anyway, so the week's going all right. If I look at the last 7 days, down a few pounds. Hitting the gym. Went to the gym 4 times last week, which is pretty good.
Nice, dude.
Bench is looking good. That's a bench press is looking good. So various exercises in the gym is getting stronger.
Mm-hmm. How long have you been training
One thing. Started at the beginning of the year.
Same as me then. So I started on the 5th of January.
Yeah. But I only really started watching what I eat a week or two ago. So that's made a huge difference.
Well, I can say for myself and everybody, you are a fantastic cook.
Thanks, dude. Yeah.
Cook. What was that fish dish you made for me last week?
I just call it a seafood stir fry rice thing.
But God,
that's the official name.
It was good. Like ingredients wise, tell us what you made. Because it was so good, worth trying.
So I try and make it as easy as possible. So people could probably try and make this at home if they wanted to try. If you've had a long day and you like seafood, basically some frozen prawns in the oven, some frozen prawns out the freezer into a pan with some garlic and some spices and just a blob of butter. Yeah. Or if you're trying to cut back, some tiny bit of olive oil. Cook those bad boys up. Half a cup of peas. Throw it in. I know you don't like peas.
I don't even like peas, but I was happy to take the peas on this instance.
Yeah.
And I did not notice the peas. Fantastic.
Frozen peas cook nicely, and then I'll throw in a bag of tilda rice, which I went with the lemon and herb, which is unbelievable seafood.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm feeling cheeky. I chop up some seafood sticks and throw it in there because then you get that additional flavor.
And there was a little bit of perinase as well, just drizzled on top.
Drizzled on top, just a thin little bit.
Just a little.
But
kicker,
obviously,
just a little kicker.
But obviously, I make the salmon.
There was no chili in it, was there? There was no chili in it.
No, but I buy peri salmon.
Right. Okay, so you don't really need to then.
And then I have a really nice all-purpose seasoning, which I sprinkle over the prawns, just give it a little bit of a kick. And then the salmon on top. And you got to love a salmon skin as well.
Oh yeah, mate.
Save that for the end.
But people will
push it to the side. I don't get it.
And I've always liked it crispy. Happy to eat it.
I think I told you this already.
Whatever the weather, man.
Wow, the weather's crazy.
Wow, the weather's crazy out there.
So I have a friend who used to go for all you can eat sushi.
Yeah.
In town, and he said this place is closed down. I asked him the other day, but he said they used to do salmon, and they used to use the salmon skin
is the roll, no?
Yeah, instead of seaweed. And he said it was unbelievable, and I just would love to try that one day.
And that's closed down now, do you say?
Yeah, I asked him to see if
they don't do that like a yo sushi or anything like that in Birmingham.
No, I think that sounds seems like quite a specialized thing. You probably either have to make salmon and strip it,
possibly,
or just I think you can buy salmon. You probably can buy salmon skins.
You probably can. It's a bit niche, though, isn't it?
Well, I saw the other day you can buy just chicken skins in a bag, cooked as a snack. Have you ever seen it?
And fried, or can you air fry?
It's like No. It's cooked already. It's like a crisp.
Yeah, no, but you're going to heat it back up, I'd assume.
No, you just eat them like that.
Is that a treat for the dog or?
No, that's a treat for you.
No.
Because some people love chicken skins. I mean, I love chicken skins.
I like it. It's not something I'd. Although
you probably would see it in a bag and just be like, you know what? Like you eat. A lot of people in this country eat pork
belly,
grinds,
pork rinds.
There we go.
Yeah.
No, what's what I'm looking for? What
that's right. That's right.
Yeah,
pork rinds. Yeah.
So chicken skin is not far from that.
Actually, not a million miles away. However, let me stop you there. You introduced me to a South African delicacy. Is it biltong or biltong?
Yeah.
Tell everyone about that. That is, fuck me, mind blowing.
I mean, it is.
It looks terrible. Tastes amazing.
It's unbelievable.
It's just dried out beef strips.
It's just it's like basically. I think you have to use strip loin, but I think in this country you'd have to use sirloin steaks.
Probably.
And you have like a nice thin strip of fat on the side. You marinate them, cover them in herbs, dry them for a few days. They beat the shit out of beef jerky any day. Because I think with beef jerky you have to use an air fryer.
Well, I've never been bothered about beef jerky anyway. But then you introduced me to that. Is it
biltong? Yeah.
And you can get. You told me how much was it here in the South African shop?
I just go and buy like 10 quid worth.
And how much do you get for that?
I think it's like 5 quid for 100 grams.
But remember you telling me back home, if you was to spend 5 British sterling over there,
if you spend 10 quid, dude, you'll get probably 5 times as much. Crazy. So for every gambling store you have in the UK, there's a biltong shop.
Yeah.
And maybe double.
Yeah.
And in those same biltong shops, they often sell an array of dried fruit.
So is that like a high street store, a biltong store?
No, they're just everywhere. It's just a regular like little
an optician's.
Yeah,
it's just so many of them.
But you just go in and you get your biltong and you leave, and like there's like some places have like a couple of stores that they own.
Yeah,
and some obviously there's a lot of game in South Africa, so you can get like kudu and gemsbok and springbok, which is all delicious in its own right.
No idea what you just said.
It's 3 different bucks, but the meat is unbelievable. Kudu is my favorite, dude. Really good, and then you obviously get boerewors, which I'll actually make for you.
Is it so? Obviously, you've got what you got for us the other week. Is it like seasoned differently, flavored differently?
You can do it however you want. Like we had the peri chili sticks.
Yeah, it's definitely chili in there.
But I've had chili sticks that I've eaten from Spa in Cape Town. Shout out to Spa in Cape Town. It was so hot, I couldn't eat them. My face would be running red. Yeah. But it was so delicious.
Yeah,
you just can't eat it. And then you fight the pain later on as well.
See, I'm not amazing with spice.
No,
I can handle what you.
Yeah.
Even like jalapenos are a bit for me. Mm. But I'll really go to the toilet after 20 minutes if you give me a jalapeno. But I bloody love them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wouldn't last.
I'm really tempted to start making my own. To be fair,
I don't see why you couldn't.
It's just a high protein.
You just buy a beef joint, strip it down.
No, you buy sirloin steaks and then you hang them. You'd hang so when you go into a biltong shop, more often than not, you'll just see the biltong hanging from the roof. Mm-hmm. It takes a few days to dry. And you can have it like medium. I say it like this because if you
could you not just buy a beef joint? Surely you get more out of it.
You could probably slice that up if you wanted to. Yeah. But I mean, I would go to a butcher's and buy the meat I need.
And then just season it and
make it the way I like biltong. Because I remember once I went to go see a customer, and it was like in Cape Town, and I had to go all the way on the west coast, and I had to drive past this one like service station to get petrol, and there was a biltong shop in there. And it looked like there was quite a lot of people then. I was like, okay, cool. And I'll always get some biltong. And I got those chili sticks. And they were quite long. And I started eating one, dude. And this is probably about 10 years ago. I've never forgotten it. In all the biltong I've ever eaten in my life, I've never forgotten it. Like, they were perfectly shaped. Mm-hmm. Like the ones I gave you were a little bit flat.
Yeah.
They were dry, but when you snap them, they're medium rare in the middle.
Oh. So it's like almost like
a little mini
crust,
steaks,
like a bark.
Yeah,
and then on the inside it's good. Yeah.
Bro, I ate the whole bag on the way there.
That's like smoked brisket, though, isn't it? Like you can have that bark on it.
Yeah, and then when you get to the center,
you can just smush it, and it.
I just don't know how they do it because when you go with that thin, it's very hard to.
How do you master that? How do you keep some moisture into it?
Exactly. I don't know how they did it, but they perfected it. It was unbelievable.
So is it fairly? Obviously, those are quite thin. Were these a little bit thicker to be able to have that moisture? Or
yeah, these were a little bit chunkier but shorter.
Yeah, but
I might try and make them. We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So this is one other thing before we move on to scenarios.
Okay.
That I've seen this week, and it made me think.
Okay.
Leg extension surgery. Because
my thoughts on that?
Well, yeah. What's your thoughts on that? One, the reason I'm asking is I've seen a couple of guys promoting it online.
Yeah.
And these guys were like, these are good looking lads, right? I don't think there's anything wrong with a short king. That I've heard some girls don't mind a short guy.
Yeah.
I think it's got to do with self-confidence most of the time. But when you take yourself from a 5'9", you go into, what it involves.
Yeah.
So they go in and they cut your leg.
Yeah, they like insert holes within the bone, right?
Yeah, so they'll cut here. To my understanding, they'll make a gap.
That's right, and then
they'll
put the bone.
They'll put like they'll put like a mesh, and they force the bone to regrow.
So it's like refusing.
Yeah, but then you have to wear like this brace for like a year, dude. And then every now and then you have
to gain what, like
the length,
4 inches? No, but like
to gain like 3 or 4 inches.
What's the most you can gain? Could you be as tall as you wanted to? I mean, there's got to be a limit to that.
Yeah, but I've saw the guy like sitting there and they like make light adjustments and they just split the gap a little bit. But like,
it's pure vanity, that, isn't it?
It's almost up. It's up there with like the highest form of vanity I can think of, because you almost are potentially disabling yourself late in life to be a tiny bit taller. Well, not to say tiny, 4 or 5 inches is quite a lot, but but like, is it worth it really? I don't know.
It can't be for me. Like, there's got to be. I just think later on in life, osteoporosis kicks in. Your bones are whittling down anyway. Let's say the density is coming away.
You stop working out, like eventually.
Or that girl that you're doing it for. Because normally this is going to stem from some bird you're interested in, or someone's broke your heart, or someone's thrown a throwaway dig at you about being short.
Your entire life, because you're short.
Potentially. And then you just want to abolish that by getting leg extension surgery. And then you're disabled, potentially. Or that girl doesn't actually want you.
Yeah, maybe you're okay because you're 28 or 27 or 31.
There's got to be mobility issues with that.
Well, he's on crutches at the start, obviously, and he learns to walk again.
No, I understand immediately, but I can't imagine that's a success. I can't imagine how comfortable that can be.
For a good 2-3 years, you're uncomfortable because your bones regrow.
That can't be worth it for me.
And then you're tall again, but then I just think, like, if you stop working out, right, that's what happens with old people. You stop working out, you stop lifting weights.
Yeah.
Your bone density starts to brittle.
That's right.
The first thing that's going to go. Although, because normally a break is the strongest point in a bone, but I don't think this is a break, because the bone, when you break something, they put it back together and then like forms like a ball. Well, that section's stronger. But
purposely target an area where regrowth is easiest.
Optimal. Well, it is on the. Is this the femur?
The thigh. Yeah.
Is this your femur?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think. Where's the femur?
I think that's your femur.
I think it is. No, but I think.
Because doing your calf,
it can only be here, can't it? It can't be anywhere else. The shin's not nowhere thick enough, and it doesn't wrap around.
The two bone as well.
I think it does. And then the knee, no chance. It's got to be here, right?
It is here. Yeah, it is here. They cut like a gap,
and it would have to be obviously even at both sides. I just can't imagine that being.
And then you walk around with scaffolding on each side of your leg for about a year and a half, 2 years, maybe. I'm assuming.
Can I piggyback off this?
Right, but I'm all for fixing something. If you're not happy with it. Like, if you are not happy with your nose, or, I had a friend who had, like, his ears would, like, come out quite badly.
Okay, so
he had them tucked.
Yeah.
By all means.
Okay.
But I think when you're going to extremes like that, I really, 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 really...
Is that basically the male version? We see all BBLs these days, don't we? We see girls getting BBLs.
I don't think it's as popular.
BBLs are dangerous, bro. You can get killed by those,
Yeah, people die.
I saw a report off the cuff, by the way, where someone got jailed. I think it was yesterday. I can't remember the girl's name now, but she was a famous doctor in America who did BBL surgery by implanting cement into these girls. And she got jail time, I believe, yesterday or over the past week. Cement. People letting her inject cement as the BBL. I don't know, it's the fat, I suppose. Is that because there's not enough fat to remove to put into some of these girls?
I mean, no.
Why would you introduce cement
or foreign body into the body? Because it's going to be rejected.
It can only be fat, can't it?
You have to also use, I think, and again, we're both not doctors, not even near, but I imagine your body also will reject a lot of foreign things you put in it, like it does with a splinter if you leave it long enough.
Yeah, reject it, yeah.
So normally they take the fat from the waist and they put it in the bum, and then you create that like hourglass.
Okay.
So how would cement come in? Or do you think that the bum was too
dangerous surgeries? BBLs are, dangerous.
And then what's sad is people go to Mexico in the US, or they come to Turkey.
My point is though, there's all this pressure in there to look a certain way, right? We've all seen podcasts and stuff in the past, and we've seen girls having to, we've both heard of the delusion calculator, right? Where men have to be a certain height, they've got to be a certain profession, they make so much money, they've got to be able to provide everything, this, that, and the third, whatever they may be. Obviously, it's subjective to the woman you're talking to. But we said it earlier, is this part of this social pressure to look a certain way to the point where you are snapping your bones in half, introducing metal for the approval or social approval or sexual approval of others? I mean, there's not much a man can do, is there? Like, we can all have low liposuction. I'm sure you can get a dick extension these days, right? But snapping your bones up and putting fucking metal inside of them to gain 4 inches for the approval of someone else, you've got to be a different level of mental.
Who potentially would have loved you at any height.
Potentially, if she got to know you.
But I think...
But you can say that, you can flip it and go, that girl was perfect, she didn't need to do that to her body. She just didn't get to know you. She wasn't confident enough to talk to someone or get to know her.
If I caveat that and play from the devil's advocate point of view,
of course,
he's going to say, I would never have met her if I wasn't that tall. But you could say to him, but she would have loved you anyway. But he would have said, well, she wouldn't have even looked at me if I wasn't 6 foot. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like the chicken and hen thing. You could have that argument, but I totally agree with you. No one in the 50s was breaking their legs to be taller.
No one had a BBL in the 50s either.
No. Shout out to Kim Kardashian.
Changing the game, girl.
No, men don't have a lot, do they? So
no, there's not a lot to change, really.
Teeth, hair,
and I think
transplants is what you got.
I think
teeth and hair transplants.
As well, men age better, probably age better. I think
generally, especially if they
I think most people would agree with that. If you take care of stuff and you're active in the gym, you're lifting weights, you're eating healthy, I think men tend to.
And I think a woman's bodies also go through a lot more in the same period of time. Kids, the stress of kids, our newborns. I mean, all sorts of things that
menopause,
all that jazz.
We don't have to deal with any of that.
Not like we know.
Totally inexperienced conversation. No hate.
No,
we're actually in support of what you go through, man. I respect it. You know what
I mean? I do think we don't have a lot, but breaking your legs is far too. I mean, a lot of guys get grief for getting a hair transplant. More common than it's only going to get more common, isn't it? Yeah, I mean,
and it's probably going to get cheaper and cheaper as well. I would say.
Well, the more people do stuff, the cheaper it gets.
I think you're going to see that go from $3,000 to
I was speaking to my barber,
£1,000 before you know it.
And I think he went to Turkey and got his hair done and actually looked quite good.
I contemplated it. I mean, both wearing hats. But you recently shaved your head as well, haven't you?
Yeah, and I've thought about it as well. I've thought about it for a long time, but then I do worry about what I read online where they say, well, if your hair keeps receding, then obviously your fresh patch in the front, you've got a new receding hairline, so you either have to get that.
I know someone that had that issue, and when I was working in the transport offices. He got heat from everyone. It's very male dominated, masculine environment. Well, he won't shave his head because he's paid X amount to get that. You
don't pay £3,000-4,000 to get your hair done, and then it starts receding more. You're gonna do even if everything's gone, you're still gonna do the comb over.
Eventually, you're gonna run out of follicles to steal.
As well. Well, funny enough,
surely
Joe Rogan actually said I think he had one done. Then it started receding. It started doing that.
Joe Rogan had at
a younger age. Obviously, he was trying to be on TV, Fear Factor, etc.
Yeah, of course.
Then he started receding more past the hairline. Yeah. And he was like, I'm not going to bother with this. Also, some of them don't take.
Yeah.
And what are you going to fly back to Turkey and you'll be like, where's my refund?
Well, yeah, you're not going to, are you?
But the barber that I went to and he got his hair done. He said the place he went to, they do up to 200 a day.
Jesus. Where did he?
He went to Turkey.
I was in Turkey. I mean, you do get a real VIP treatment over there, but it's not optimal for recovery, is it? That's why I'd never go to Turkey. So because it's so hot and you're going through such trauma on the head.
Also for follow-up,
like sweat and the need to want to itch it. I mean, you wouldn't if you want to take care of it anyway, but the heat is not optimal. And then you got to go on a plane for like 5 hours or whatever as well.
Or if you're from the US,
it's not, even longer if you're from like the West or whatever, But yeah, it's not optimal to go over there. It's probably cheaper, and you can make it a bit of a holiday out of it. But how comfortable are you actually going to be on that holiday? I don't think I'd go to Turkey. I think I'd stay in the UK if I was going to do it.
Yeah, It's always something to think about. I think they're going to be getting better and better at it as time goes by. But there is also some promising studies coming out of China about
follicle regrowth and stuff.
Yes, they're like getting bald rats to grow hair again and stuff.
That's right.
So we just need to like hold on for like a couple of years.
Well, if that does come out, your hair transplants will be 500 quid. Because that will be the one that's most expensive. Then, if it's $3,000 to go and get some of this medicine for follicle regrowth, your hair transplants will come right down in cost.
Well, I don't know if it's a serum or a pill or whatever they make, but someone's going to pay, and then you're going to have to just go buy this 30-day course, which might be the same as a hair transplant, but you know, it might actually have to be a serum. Sorry, I'm going randomly off a tangent here.
Hey, we're off the cuff, mate.
So, if you think about it, it can't be something you take orally, because it's going to make hair grow everywhere.
There is stuff like that though, but I don't think it's very popular, is it?
Yeah, like Finicide and minoxidil, I think you can take orally.
That's the one. Yeah.
But if you take one that makes your hair regrow, it works everywhere. So it's most likely going to be a shampoo solution or an elbow solution you apply before bed. Yeah. Because otherwise you're going to wake up and your shoulders are going to have hair and your legs are going to be hairy.
Next thing you know, you're a werewolf.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay.
So, yeah. What about your week?
I mean, look, like you say, it's Tuesday, isn't it? It's the start of the week. I work in education Monday to Friday. Sporting commitments throughout the week and the weekend as well. So, like Dino said, Sundays are the golden fruit. Really, they're what we strive to get to and recover from. I've got an interesting one though, Dean. Have you watched Louis Theroux's recent documentary about the Manosphere?
I have, actually.
I'm going to get your thoughts on it. I watched it, yeah. So I watched it start of last week. It's got a lot of traction online, as you can imagine. It's got a lot of heat as well. A lot of negative heat. Obviously, let me get your opinion on it, because I'm not gonna. It's a great documentary, by the way. I'm not shitting on the documentary. It's a great documentary. It's worth watching, man or woman. It's worth watching. And the state of masculinity these days and stuff. But I don't disagree with everything, you know, and that might be controversial.
You disagree with you don't disagree with some of the stuff they're saying. Yeah,
some of the way, you know, the degradation of and way women are spoken to and stuff, it can be, obviously.
That's definitely uncalled for.
That never stands, does it? Of course not. And there's questionable behaviour by some of the women in that as well. So a particular bit for me, there is, I can't remember the chap's name now. He knocked around with the Tates, though. He knocked around with the Tates. I don't know if you remember. I can't remember his name now. I should have probably looked this up.
The ginger lad.
I think he was, yeah. Walked around in a suit a lot. He was, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
but anyway,
he went back to visit his wife in Louisiana.
People probably know what I'm talking about. It sounds like you do too. So at one point, they're sitting in the kitchen and they're talking about how he has an open relationship, but she doesn't. And I thought that was really interesting. And one of the thoughts I had was, is that just because she's got a beautiful lifestyle, probably doesn't have to work, kids are, you know, well looked after? If he was on 40 grand a year and was just your average Joe, would she accept that behavior? So my immediate answer to that is fuck no. It's only because I'm thinking that she was pretending like she didn't care, and I just could see it in her face that she cared. Like, you can see what woman? And I mean, by all means, tell us if you disagree with me, but I don't know a woman on the planet that would be happy with the modern man going out and getting multiple wives. It just seems such a backdated, old school, not even Western view of marriage. Do you know what I mean? And I just think you're only doing this because you've got a lot to lose if you don't agree to it, and he's going to do what he wants anyway. Yeah, well, I think we can stay with talking about that particular guy for a second. So for me, I think one, it's definitely backwards towards the normal Western view to have multiple partners, right? Yeah, it's not Western at all.
You know, especially if you're married. I think in the US you can't be married to more than one person. And in that conversation, I think he was saying he would go out and meet a girl and then bring him back for them to share, right? But you could see that if it was her choice, they would just stay, just them two, right? They have everything they need. They couldn't want for more, but he's obviously wants more. Now, in some cultures, obviously you can have more than one wife. But when you're going into a relationship, and I imagine when he first started seeing her, he was a monogamous man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
So when the rules are changed midway through a relationship,
I think
that's also not cool. Like, we are together. You don't see anyone else. I don't see someone else. Okay, cool. Well, now you're a millionaire. You've moved the goalpost, and I can't do anything about it because I don't want to. She probably could take him for half, though, which is fair.
Yeah.
You know, so she wouldn't be.
She clearly loves him a lot. Do you know what I mean? And but then okay, let's move it slightly away from she's doing it for financial reasons. It's probably largely, and I think there's a lot of marriage where people are stuck together or together because of children
in financial situations.
Yeah, so I think arguably it's probably a bit of a combination of both. He probably doesn't want a broken marriage and a broken home as well.
Well, he's obviously a traditionalist from what I could tell, because he grew up in the south of the US, and it's all
and I think there was a bit of a trend with these blokes where the fathers weren't stable figures in their lives as well.
Yeah, which is also another thing. But I mean, I get what you're saying, what you said earlier about where you said you don't disagree with some of it. Now, I had this discussion with someone, and I've actually had this discussion with a couple of people, and my thought is that there is a large group of men, let's say between the ages of 16 for now, and the age between 16 and 30 something, that feel lost.
Definitely.
They definitely didn't have a role model in their life. One parent or another wasn't there, maybe neither. They don't have friends, they don't have hobbies, or they just took one or two bad steps in life, or they were just given a shit
and possibly a bit of an identity crisis, completely and utterly.
Yeah, and as you do go through your teenage years, you don't know who you are, you're trying to know who you are.
Right. Yeah.
If you're not into sports, like often you can make friends through sport. Anyway, there's loads of scenarios that you'll end up being quite a lonely guy, and it can be quite a lonely world for men. And I think what a lot of these guys do is they definitely push a set of values, which some of it I do agree with, right? But what my problem with it is they're saying, like, you need to be a man, you need to take care of your body, no one's going to look after you, need to do it. And I get that 100%. The world will eat you up and spit you out if it had to. So you've got to take care of yourself, and you've got to be prepared to take care of others as well. And that's just a man's duty. But what I think a lot of these guys are doing is they're preaching a really good set of like values at the start, and then they're just taking and twisting the end of the tail.
Or it's just getting so extreme. Like you said, I think you're right. I think the values are good for what men were, some of them and what they are. And I think obviously equality drives and stuff like that. There's an argument that extreme feminism is emasculating men a little bit, and it's almost combating that.
It's yin and yang, right? So you get extreme feminism, and then what comes in? You get the Manosphere comes in, which tries to
combat it.
It tries to re-level the playing field.
That's it.
But then you just got two fields of toxicity, right? And a lot of these guys are taking this message and then twisting it in their own manner to then create these courses and join this, and then
they sell the idea, the ideology.
And like, if you're a millionaire, don't try and sell me a course, bro. I know you're just trying to make money off me.
Of course.
And the funny thing is, these guys don't even teach the courses most of the time. From what I understood, is they have a room full of like real men who then push the agenda onto these guys and teach them how to.
And then they get money from that, and it's all whittled down.
Yeah. And then like
it's essentially, it's a bit pyramid. It's a bit pyramid, isn't it?
I think it's just taking advantage of like
impressionable men.
And real men should be pulling men up without any kind of payment. Like, we should all just be pushing each other to be a little bit better every time, and I think that's where they don't come into the right frame of mind.
No, it's a good point of view, mate. Very good.
Yeah, so it does make me a bit sad that like there's so many young guys that just need a light to follow and need someone to follow. But
don't you think it's alarming that this is obviously a big deal to have a Netflix documentary about it, Louis Theroux on it. That this is obviously like under the microscope, isn't it? This toxic masculinity.
I think it's definitely got an underbelly. It's definitely, but the amount of people that didn't know the shit existed before the series came out, or the documentary came out, is insane. Because,
but don't you think that's the older generation of people? Because I think a lot of youngsters know who HS Tiki Toki is. They know who
Ed Matthews is.
Yeah, they know who these guys are, right? I mean, I'm not gonna. Who else was on there? Sneeko
was on there.
There's a few other guys,
just not big streamers, but I think like also.
But it's making it wider, like more it's educating a sort of older demographic now after seeing that. And I think if you don't know who those people are, like your Tates and stuff. You probably do now.
So let me go off the cuff again with that.
Of course.
Do you also not think that giving them limelight when they're not worthy of it is a good idea?
So I've got an opinion on this.
Because what's that famous Piers Morgan interviewed HS TikToky or whatever.
TikToky,
yeah. He interviewed him, and it didn't go that well. But in my head, when I saw the clips of it, I haven't watched the full thing. I'm guilty of that. I just thought to myself, why are you giving another platform? Let this guy just disappear into the ether and the realm that he exists.
Yeah.
By putting him on TV and having him fight Piers Morgan, and also Piers Morgan walking off at the end, makes it look like you win. And all these guys live for is good clips.
Yeah,
they need 5 seconds of good something.
Well,
they don't care about
that was mentioned in the documentary. So a lot of the streaming that they do, it's clipped and then reposted for. They've got admin people, or
you got like admins,
clippers,
and stuff.
or what are they called? They're called something.
You get admins,
they're paid little admins, right? And they clip out the most popular. For free. Yeah, they're just Well, they just
because they can be an admin on a big stream,
and they probably get a little touch anyway.
No, some of them you can sign yourself up to do for free.
I don't know why you do that. To be fair,
because you get to be an admin on. I
suppose the experience, and it can lead to something potentially.
No, you just like if you watch a lot of streaming and you're a huge fan of someone, and then you apply to be an admin on their chat, you get to ban people, you get to make clips.
Yeah,
you feel like you're much closer to the streamer. Why would they pay you for that? It's a mental world.
I don't know why you do it for free.
Yeah, but I get it. But like some guys, especially the younger generations, they don't watch TV anymore. Do they watch YouTube? They watch TikTok. They watch Kick.
Well, this is what I'm saying. So like it's the youngsters that know who these people are via the phone, right? It's the older lot that probably don't know too much about this lot now. But like that coincides with a little bit what you're just saying there. So this may be considered negative press. But the old saying is no good, no news. What is it? Bad publicity isn't. What is it? No,
there's no such thing as bad publicity.
That's the one, right? So
skadoosh.
Yeah, swish. So, and I've seen so many just random clickbait articles of HS TikTok this guy, this. And
Matthews,
these wouldn't have existed if it wasn't for this documentary. So, and they don't care about the bad press because they get bad press daily anyway. So they're probably immune to this. A lot of them.
Well,
so this is like just raising the platform for me.
For me, you've obviously each one of these guys has a certain market cap, right? They appeal to a certain demographic of people, right? So say now HS Talkie or HS Talk, I don't know how you pronounce it.
Tiki Talkie.
Is it Tiki Talkie?
HS Tiki Talkie.
Is it?
That's it, yeah.
Okay. I think let's just call him HS.
It is definitely that, yeah.
Yeah. So let's say that his market value is 10,000 people, right? Yeah. Those same 10,000 people are going to age out. They're going to stop watching him and new people are going to come in. He might get slightly more famous if he gets a clip, but every time you have him argue with Piers Morgan and Piers Morgan storms off, what looks like he storms off, you've just given him so much ammunition.
Putting him on like Louis Theroux, mate, probably one of the best documentarians of the last 20 years, probably, right? To be on that show, mate, I'd have said yes, even if I was just getting negative press, because the amount of people that are going to watch that on Netflix, I mean, I can't check, but I'd love to see what the stats are for viewership on that documentary.
Yeah.
Because again, it's not going to be young kids watching that documentary. They don't care about that.
No,
it'll be the adults.
They'll watch it.
It'll be people our age
with their dad, or
wives, or whatever, and they'll be like learning about this kid. And you know what? We're talking about an impressionable young man. There's an impressionable older men as well. So you're tapping into a new market, even if it's generally considered bad press. Do you know?
But no one's actually looking out for the general goodness
it's a
of
warning.
the world.
It's a warning, isn't it? It's meant to be.
Yeah, it's meant to be. But all Netflix is looking for is the next big thing to get people to watch.
They
something.
don't care.
They don't give a shit that there's 5 new streamers who are making more money. They don't care. They might actually be able to make another documentary from them or offer them a streaming service because it's all about revenue.
Yeah, cool.
They don't care if they are creating a bad system that's just getting worse and worse and worse. No one cares about that.
No, I agree.
So yeah,
it'll be interesting to see, their followers on TikTok, where it was. I don't know when this documentary came out. Let's say it was 2 weeks ago. It would have been good to see where they were with their followership on TikTok and Instagram versus where they are now in 2 weeks' time. It'd been interesting to see the growth.
Yeah,
because I can tell you now that had gone sky high. And there's probably an article there that's stated.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I think it's a difficult one. I would like to see the stats on that, but
yeah, me too. There's no way that hasn't gone up.
No,
which means their money's gone up. and their lives are getting more viewership probably as well. So regardless of everything we've said, they've just gained popularity.
Again, because it's on our platform.
Yeah.
The snake eats itself.
We've just spent 15 minutes talking about something that we don't.
Why are we making these guys famous and then we talk about them as well?
The media, man.
Yeah, man.
Talking about these guys' articles.
Why giving them a platform?
Spent 15 minutes talking.
Yeah. Anyway, so subscribe to them downstairs on the comments.
Yeah.
The hashtags are below. No, I'm kidding. Cool. So. Weekly wrap-up's done. Situation time.
Talk to me.
So
you've got we've so there's an option to email us. By the way, we'll put an email handle at the bottom of the video, and we'll put it on our bio as well. So this is going to be a little segment where we either get sent situations online or we find situations online, and we talk about it. We'll have one each typically. So feel free to send some in for next week. But Dino's got one ready.
Put them in the comments on
TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Email us.
Yeah,
YouTube's about to get started as well, so you'll see there's multiple platforms for you to get in touch.
And we're here to help and deliberate. I don't know how much helping we'll do.
I don't know how successful this will be.
Okay, so here's one.
Go.
My boyfriend has a secret child, and now he says he doesn't want any more. My boyfriend of 3 years doesn't want any children. He claims that he never wanted them, even though this is not what we discussed at the beginning. Had he been honest, we would never have been serious. I'm 35 now and have always wanted them. Recently, he told me that he had a one-night stand, and he had it as a teen. Jesus. I'm really bad at reading this for some reason.
I kind of need you to start this again because I've lost the bookmark.
Butchered that. Oh man, let me try this again. My boyfriend of 3 years doesn't want any children.
Okay, full stop.
Full stop. He claims that he never wanted them, even though this is not what we discussed at the beginning.
Yeah.
Had he been honest with me from the beginning, we would never have been serious.
That's fair enough.
Yeah. I'm now 35 and I've always wanted children.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, he told me that a one-night stand he had as a teen has led to a 9-year-old. He doesn't want to talk about it, and he claims it has nothing to do with me.
So carry on the story.
He has always financially supported the child.
Yep.
But this is where his involvement ends.
Mm-hmm.
I understand he locked it in a box decades ago, but I cannot ignore it, especially after he has blown apart my longing for a child. I love him, but is that enough? How many other skeletons are in the closet?
I think that's a big one at the end. That's a great question at the end, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like if you can hide a child for 10 years, you potentially hide a lot, can't you?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true. So,
you've got the ability to lie for 10 years. Then you could probably,
yeah. And also, Doug, why are you telling someone you can have kids and then you change your mind later down the line? Because now she's wasted however many years of her life.
Is it possible that the whole traumatic situation of having a one-night stand child is...
But then don't say that at the beginning, bro. Look, I don't want any kids. I have a 9-year-old or a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, there's no way you don't... Why wouldn't you just say that at the start? But then it makes me think...
Maybe he did want one.
I think it's
and he's
more...
gotten older, he's just like, nah.
Maybe he's just thought, I'll just say it, and then it will never come around to it anyway. Do you know what I mean?
That's the cruelest thing, though. That's so cruel.
People will do that, bro.
I know, but especially from a female perspective, like a lot of girls feel like their clock's running out, and then you're just running down their timer because now you're stuck with me.
No, I agree. It's crazy, right? Because you can see like Robert De Niro having babies at 80.
Oh, Pacino had one at 70 something.
I think that's so unfair, though. Like,
it is unfair.
Why would you have a baby at 80? Like, you're never, ever, ever, ever going to have a proper relationship with that kid in my view.
No, the kid's going to be like 5 and he's going to pass away.
Yeah, you're going to pass away. Maybe you get to 10 if you're lucky. 10's nothing, though. My son's 10. And I just couldn't imagine not seeing him grow up to be a man and have a family. But you're choosing not to do that. And you're choosing to take that and be
away from somebody.
And be like, I respect I'm probably only going to get 5 to 15 years of this child. I think that's such a shame. What a cruel situation to be in. We're off topic though.
Yeah. So back to the question.
The question. One, I feel like he's probably
rehash the.
I feel like I've got it. I feel like he's probably said,
"Is love enough?" Basically, and do you think there's any other skeletons in the closet?
You're never going to know the last question, are you? I'd like to think off the back of this conversation, I'm sure obviously they've had it for her to
you've hashed it out and be like, is there anything else?
I imagine they've had this conversation already, and she's putting it out for a different perspective. Somebody who's not emotionally attached to the situation.
Yeah.
So I would say that the problem. I mean, I'd like to think there isn't anything, but who knows? I can't really answer that. You'll never know that. But I agree. I agree with you, man. I feel like
I can answer.
Why would you just say that? Why would you just say that? So look, this is obviously a situation with
I love you, but I don't want a kid.
I love you. This would probably, let's say as a young lad, probably was a traumatic experience for him. One night stand and some random birds telling you you're going to be tied to her for the next 18 years and then for the rest of the child's life as well. And he's paying for that privilege as well for a 10-minute bang. The whole situation, do you reckon maybe it's financially a bit of financial fear behind it? I don't want to be paying too lots of maintenance if this relationship doesn't work out. Because paying a full 18 years worth of maintenance is a hell of a lot of money, bro. Maybe there's a bit of fear there.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's some gaps in the story, but one, love is not enough. Like if you wanted to have a kid and you feel like you have that longing, you're gonna look. A lot of things don't get better with age, and one of them is regret.
Yeah,
and you're gonna start to resent him. And every year it's going to get worse and worse and worse. And then he's going to get sick or you're going to get sick. And it's just you two. And all your friends have kids. And you're going to watch them grow up. And it's going to break your fucking heart. Because you had that taken away from you.
Mm-hmm.
So the sooner you leave, the sooner you potentially have a chance. Because you will love someone else.
Yeah. And like we said a minute ago, there's a biological time.
Unfortunately.
With women, unfortunately. And
some women obviously have better luck than others where
you might get lucky and get pregnant at 39.
I know someone who got pregnant at 41.
That's crazy. I mean, it's like I think it's 37 for women where it gets really difficult, and then I mean, men, you can do whatever you want really.
But if I was her, I would go freeze some eggs right now.
Yeah.
Within this month, I would go freeze as many as I possibly could.
I've got a story off the back of this. So
okay, so I would freeze. Well, the advice is love is not enough.
Yeah,
that might sound cruel, but if you really want to have a kid.
Yeah.
Freeze your eggs as much as possible now. Sort the shit out. If
you stay or go.
You go if you want to have a kid.
Yeah.
Find someone who loves you, which you can. Have your glow up.
Yeah.
Sort your life out. Takes about a year.
How old is she?
It didn't say. Oh, she's 35.
35. Okay, so there's plenty of time.
Well, he's 35. I don't know.
Let's say they're the same age. That's plenty of time.
We're close. Yeah. There's a couple of years there you can glow up hard and find someone who loves you, and then you've got some eggs in the back.
Yeah.
Ready to go, baby.
Yeah.
Men's sperm, as long as his sperm count isn't too bad, you're right.
Happy days.
And then if his sperm count is, you ditch him as well and find the next one.
I think the foundations of that relationship, it can't last. I think it can't last.
Yeah, I mean,
long term, I think, like you say, she could get to 40 and just hate that guy.
Oh, 100%.
And that'll carry on until she's 50, 60.
It's like a seed. And once it plants itself into you, that resentment is
it's just going to grow.
Every time you wake up in the morning, you look at it, you're going to hate it.
Yeah. Or one of your friends gets pregnant.
Yeah.
And it'll just respark it. And it's just another bit of water on that resentment seed inside your head. Yeah. I don't think the foundations are there for a successful relationship.
I think the sooner you do it and move on.
And then there's probably an element of trust issues now as well, like she said at the end. Is there anything else that he's not telling me?
Yeah. So or maybe he can't have kids and he doesn't want to tell her. Or I mean,
I think it's.
You think it's just shock from when you?
I think it's trauma from
having a young kid.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's paying out, and he doesn't want to have to risk losing that relationship and having to pay out again for another 18 years potentially. And it's a big gamble. You don't bring a baby into the world and take a gamble like that, do you? You don't just gamble and think, oh, yeah, go on, let's have a baby. That's not the right way to bring a child into the world.
I don't think you should have a baby if you don't want one, just because you're pod.
No, I know.
What's one?
No. But you know, like some people have babies to keep the relationship together. Yeah. And I just think there's so much pressure on that.
Because that'll fix it. That's the worst thing you can do.
But then they'll be 19, 18, go to university or move out, and then they break up instantly. And I know so many people that have done that, you know. Like, people that I know
waited for the kids to be old enough.
Yeah, and they've just moved out and they've just got divorced like within a year.
Yeah, I had a friend who said he knew his parents should have been divorced years before they got divorced because, like, as soon as you're teenage years, you pretty much can clock on these two shouldn't be together.
Yeah, I mean, you're not emotional. you're not emotionally attached to their relationship, so you can see it from the outside point of view, right?
Yeah, and
you've not lived those relationships, you've not lived that relationship, all the trauma and stuff.
You start to notice they just don't talk to each other.
Compatibility and like just conversation. They don't do anything together.
They don't sleep in the same bed anymore.
That's common, isn't it? You see that a lot. People sleeping
kids see that
on the sofa, and then mum will be upstairs or whatever.
Or like I always fall asleep in my kid's bed.
Yeah,
you're doing that on purpose.
Yeah, you're doing that because you don't want to be near me.
Anyway, you're saying you know someone who's frozen egg?
Yeah, so I have a family member who I won't go into it too much detail, but I had a family member who got ill when they were young. I believe it was leukemia. And he froze his sperm before the leukemia.
You talk about a dude?
No, yeah.
You can freeze your sperm.
He froze his sperm. Obviously cured leukemia, no problem.
And they put the sperm back in him.
And when he wanted when he got into he's actually married now. When he wanted a baby, because there's a timeline on how long you can freeze this sperm for. Though.
Like frozen mints.
It can be X amount of years, right? Yeah. And he got remarried, had a baby with his partner, and I think they had to have a baby within like the last 2 years of the timeline, the lifespan of this sperm. And now they've got a lovely little 10-year-old daughter.
Oh, awesome.
And she's a bit of a miracle baby because obviously it's come from.
I wonder what the timeline is on that.
Well, I believe he was young. I never knew him ill, and he's been in my life for 13 years. So this was let's say it was 20 years ago, 15, 20 years ago, maybe longer, I don't know. But they managed to get a baby out of it during the last legs of that sperm lifespan, which is amazing.
I didn't know you could do the sperm.
Yeah, man. And I believe that. I'm pretty sure as well. I think I'm right. I think there was an IVF baby as well. So not only was it IVF, it was also from frozen sperm, which is crazy. Isn't that a crazy story? The
science is insane.
But amazing though, right? What a beautiful story. So yeah.
Because you have to like provide like a huge sample. And like
I don't think so. I think there's millions, isn't there? There's millions of sperm, isn't there?
No, I'm just wondering how many times you have to like into a cup before like you have like a decent amount.
I'm gonna be honest, mate, I wasn't there and I didn't probably know him then. So
can you ask when you see him?
I'll ask him. I'm actually seeing him.
Like imagine you had to like fill a mug.
Yeah, did you just like were you shoved in there with some Twitter
porn? Can't leave, yeah. You not Twitter porn. It's like years ago. Like one sticky magazine.
Those dirty playing cards from back in the 90s.
Yeah. Something. Just use your imagination. We'll be back.
Yeah. Nothing but like Magnolia 4 walls and a bench.
Yeah, that's hectic, man.
Yeah, crazy story though. Yeah.
Yeah, fair play. Okay, so
I've got one as well. If you want to pass me the phone. Interesting this. So I saw this article. Okay. Story is I'm a lesbian and the woman I've been in love with since I was young. I'm a lesbian and the woman I've been in love with since I was young.
It's transitioning.
Yeah.
Have
you seen this?
Yeah, I think I've seen it. Carry on.
Yeah, so I'm still very much in love with them. But I'm a lesbian. Help. So she's
to sum up, so you've got a lesbian couple still together.
Yeah, in love.
But
now she wants to. Her partner wants to transition to a man. Dude. Obviously, that's going to spin you out being a lesbian. That's not what you're attracted
to. Women, yeah.
Thoughts and feelings, please, Dean.
That's a tough one.
I think completely and utterly ruined your relationship, and a total disregard for your partner.
Okay, so I'm going to play devil's advocate.
Yeah, of course, mate. That's what we're here for.
So
you must see why.
I completely agree, and I think they said something. I think the Edge was also mentioned. So they've obviously been in partners for a very long time.
Yeah.
So I'm envisioning like a 30, 40-year-old, right? Potentially, right?
Yeah.
To not be yourself for that amount of time is also torture, I imagine.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't say, right? And let's not get into the debate of the two sexes thing. I don't want to be clipped. But like, I think it's almost also awful to say, well, do you not love me enough for me to be myself? And me, myself, I feel like I'm a man trapped in a woman's body. Can you not respect that? And then you would say, but I'm attracted to females. And I was attracted to the female you. So what are we going to do about this?
I think there's obviously an element of selfishness, isn't there, from the person who wants to transition? Because you might be right. I just don't feel comfortable in this body. I feel like I'm a man trapped in a woman's body, like you've already said.
And I've been feeling
and
like
I
that
need
for
you to
years.
support that. I need you to support this.
Yeah,
but then I'm attracted to females. That's why I'm a lesbian. Like, how the hell do you navigate that one? I just think it's the end, because let's say you're getting into a sexual situation for the first time since this transitioning. It's a brand new person, isn't it? It's a brand new experience, and that transition isn't instant, is it? It takes time.
It takes time. They have to take like hormone blockers.
Yeah, man. It takes
time. Testosterone.
Yeah, it takes time. So you're almost getting to know someone completely brand new, aren't you?
I don't think so. I think it'll be the exact same person, but they'll have a beard and a short haircut.
It's a completely different person, mate.
But then it makes, like, you go back to the previous article where is love not enough? If you've been with someone for 20 years, so you can't. I thought you loved me for who I am.
Okay, but like Dean was talking
about,
listening to me. Like, you know,
but you're not listening to me.
The facts are, this woman wants to become a man, and she's in a lesbian relationship. That is awful for that other lesbian. But actually, love is like, I don't even think
love is not enough.
No. Love is not enough.
No. But from the lesbian that is doing the transfer, over
the transitioning,
yeah, that person is technically straight. Because they feel like a man, and they're a man trapped in a woman's body, and they're attracted to females. So technically,
if that's the reason,
well,
that would be the only reason, right?
Yeah. Well, unless you're like seeking attention. But like, I think as an older person, you might, and you're in a loving.
Are they older? Maybe they're not. Maybe they're quite young, and again,
but
bit of an identity crisis. You know,
loved her from a young age makes it sound like they're quite older now.
I don't know. It could be 25, and they've loved her for 10 years.
Yeah, but still, it doesn't matter what age you do the transition.
Forget that. Yeah.
Let's just assume it's not for. Let's say it's assuming because it is an identity crisis.
It's written like an older person, I think.
It is, yeah. So that older person who's a female wants to be a male is technically not lesbian. They're straight, so they're in a straight relationship in their brain.
Yeah, because they're from
in their perspective.
Transition complete. I'm now a man. I'm with a female. I'm a straight man.
But I've always felt like a man, which means I've always been a straight man.
Yeah.
And that's something that maybe the straight man can't understand from the lesbian's point of view. So
let me ask you then, what would your final advice be to this individual? Because this is a tough one, I think. I don't see a way out of that one. I don't think there's much you can do about this one. I don't want to shit on it and just be like doomed, but I can't see how that person recovers from that situation. I think the girl who's always felt like a man, who's going to transition into a man, nothing really changes for her because she's still attracted to that individual, right? They're just changing their appearance and their sort of sexual, I don't know, reproductive organ.
Not even, you won't get a penis, or you might get a fake one, but
you probably can now.
Yeah, but I think
I'm not going to pretend I know anything about transitioning,
but I think
I'm sure you probably could.
Yeah, you could, but I think a lot of doctors avoid messing with the genitalia now unless you absolutely have to have it. Because like I've heard horror stories where men become women, and they're like, they take the penis and they turn it into itself, and there's like all sorts of complications because it's not a self-lubricating thing. So after sex you have to clean it. You have to clean it quite regularly. The gap, the void. Sometimes it's ingrown hairs.
Void.
Sorry, the void.
The void. That's a phrase. The void.
The
darkness.
You also have to. Sometimes there's ingrown hairs.
Yeah, of course.
In there.
Yeah.
And it causes all sorts of complications.
Yeah.
So doctors
infections and whatnot.
Yeah.
So final advice is.
I'm struggling with this one,
I just think it's
because I sympathise for both of them.
I just think it's the end. I don't think you recover from that. I think you just take the pain pill really and walk away.
Yeah, I mean, you probably have to, because
how do you recover from it?
You obviously do love this person and you want the best for them, but the best for them is not the best for you.
Yeah, and
are you willing to swallow that for another 30 years?
It's the wanting different things, isn't it? And you just many relationships end like that. So
unfortunately, not every relationship is meant to be forever. Like some are, someone once said to me, a reason, a season, or a lifetime. So somebody that comes into your life, for
a reason, a season, or a lifetime.
Yeah.
It's a tattoo, that isn't it? Where have you seen that? Is that a bloody Instagram?
No. Actually, one of the first girls I ever hooked up with at uni told me that.
Really?
Yeah, because we
Is she transitioning into a man?
No, she's not. She was a man. Now she's a woman. No, she said the reason this season a lifetime. I think it's based off a poem and
No, I get it. I get the concept. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So
it's a cool one.
it is, and maybe this your partner's just there for a reason or a season, but not a lifetime. Clearly, it's a tough one. Tough pill to swallow.
Yeah. No, I agree. So we're going to come into the last segment, which is going to be homework.
Yes.
And I believe you've got homework for me this week.
Yes, so my homework for you this week, well, actually, it'll be both our homeworks.
Okay.
Because although I've watched this already, I will rewatch it to remember it so we can talk about it next week.
Okay.
And then we can talk about the little bit of homework we had last week, right? So we'll kick off with what the homework it is. I want you to watch a season of anime.
Yeah, so anime, and Dean knows this is not my thing at all. So we've sort of spoken about this before.
You watched Dragon Ball Z, though?
I watched Dragon Ball Z when I was 10, 12, the high school years, right? Dragon Ball Z was good. It's a classic. Loved every minute of it. I would get home, and I remember it being on at 4:15 on Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
I remember it.
Quarter past 4, yeah.
And it was just amazing. I loved it. The Cell series in particular. Peak. I would put that on now.
Cell Saga.
I would put the final battles between Who and Goku. I'd watch those. Brilliant. And his son, what's his little son name? Gohan. I'd watch those now, right? Really good childhood memories. But that is my last experience really with this genre of film or video. So tell everyone what it is I'm watching. Give us a little bit of breakdown and I suppose what we come to review it and get a little cross reference next week.
So it's a tough one because there's a lot of good anime, dude. Yeah. And I know
it's popular. It's never been a thing for me.
Yeah, I mean it's a billion. I mean Pokemon's anime technically, right?
I guess.
Yeah,
I suppose.
No, there's a lot of good anime, but a lot of the really good ones, like your Full Metal Alchemist, Attack on Titan, like the good shit, is like 100, 150 episodes. Yeah. And you're not going to do that in a week. Now, I'm trying to think of smaller ones, new anime generations that you can watch that might get you into it. So the one I can think of, which I really enjoy, is Jujutsu Kaisen. So you'll watch that one. I watched the first time a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Sick, dude.
Can you give me a little blurb?
So,
just give me the outline.
So basically, it's around cursed magic.
Okay.
Right. And even the power structure in it, I sometimes don't fully get.
Okay.
But some people are born with a certain magical power or cursed energy, and they can utilize that to kill curses.
Okay.
And curses will come along and hang on people, and they'll grow and they'll linger in dark spots in cities. Curses will grow because that's where there's a lot of negative energy, right?
Yeah.
And you get these guys, and they're called, and they will go to extreme lengths to harvest their power to like kill these motherfuckers. And some of these guys are so powerful, it's ridiculous. But some of the power level and the structure is really cool, dude. I can't really dive into it too much.
I just want the blurb. So you've given me the blurb. There's an outline there. We'll come to it next week, and I'll review it. Maybe we'll do like a 5-star or a 10-star review, and I'll give you my verdict. So I'll give you my Rotten Tomatoes version of what's it called?
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
There we go. So that's going to be homework for next week.
This week's homework.
This week. Sorry. So conversation for next week though will be this Jujutsu Kaisen review,
and then we'll just chat quickly about the movie we both had to watch. Lord of War. Nicolas Cage.
Oh.
Which is actually, I think, a hidden gem. A lot of people have forgotten about this movie. A lot of people have never seen it.
I'd never seen it. So you introduced it to me.
Yeah.
I watched the first seconds of it and I thought this has got War Dogs vibes. Do you remember?
Yeah, you did.
So that's Jonah Hill. For those who haven't seen it, or maybe have seen it.
He's quite massive in that.
He's huge in that film.
I think he was the biggest in that movie.
Yeah,
weight.
He was gigantic. Great film though.
So good.
But yeah, I watched that film with Dino, and towards the end I was just gripped with it. I was gripped with that film.
It's so good,
and it stems from a lot of factual information as well. So Africa and war diamonds,
and that's for you don't know,
it's arms trading, and it's
about gun trading.
The racket that is war, and
I
was towards the end, and it's a little bit. It sort of crosses over into Africa and blood diamond sort of territory.
It gives you that vibe in certain scenes,
So
you've got Nicolas Cage.
He's brilliant.
You've got Jared Leto, which again, I'll say this again,
underrated actor.
gets so much heat for unknown reasons.
So, mate, I've seen him in so many good films.
But
underrated. And he doesn't
does-
age, man. The guy's like, what,
53?
60? 53? And he
55,
looks my age.
Yeah, he looks unbelievable.
He looks.
He might actually look
he'd
better.
pass for 40. He'd pass for 40.
Oh yeah, 38.
He'd pass for 40.
And
yeah,
I think he
good
did. What's the vampire movie in Marvel that he did? It wasn't so good.
I'm not a massive fan of Marvel, and you know this. I don't know if you're just trying to out me.
No, but it's
vampire movie.
Yeah, he does a vampire movie.
In Marvel, is that even a thing?
Yeah, because he's one of Spider-Man's villains, and they were trying to introduce him.
I do know. Yeah, was it one word? It's like Morpheus or something like that. Morbius. I weren't far off. Mate, come on. Morpheus, mate.
So he got a lot of heat for that movie. It was okay. It wasn't the best.
Yeah.
It could have been definitely written better. But
I've not seen it, but I've heard it was a bit
you think about Dallas Buyers Club.
Brilliant film.
Where he plays that skinny AIDS kid, right?
Yeah.
You think about
That's sensitive.
Requiem for a Dream.
Great film. Sad film.
Man.
Sad film, man. Is it 4 stories in that film? 4 different drug addicts. Yeah, crazy film.
And this, he's also really good. And he hasn't got a lot of roles, but he's good. I thought he was really good in Blade Runner. I thought he was really good in Tron, Ares.
American Psycho
as well. Mate. But everyone's like, oh, Tron Ares was a fumble. It wasn't. It was actually really good. And I really enjoyed it. And he was brilliant in that. So, yeah.
Really good. Worth watching as well. Out of 10. I was towards the end. I remember off the cuff rating. Put that down there.
Lord of War.
I was gripped by that film towards the end. Good storytelling, and he's narrating it as well through it. Isn't he, Nicolas Cage? He narrates the story, which I quite like sometimes. I would give that an 8.8 out of 10.
8.8.
8.8. Very good. Very good.
8.8. I would also give it around an 8.
Yeah. 8.8. Between an 8 and an 8.8. Happy with that. Okay. So cool. Dino.
That's it.
Good to see you, brother.
Thanks, guys, for listening, watching.
Yeah. I've been Al. This is Dino. This is Off the Cuff. And we'll see you next week.